Welcome back to Clydesdale Media, where we bring you the best from the world of CrossFit. Podcasts, news, special interest, health, fitness. If you like what you hear, hit that subscribe button, hit the notifier so you're the first to know when we have new episodes. Sit back, relax, and enjoy the show. Welcome back to the Clydesdale Media weight loss journey. This is Scott Schweitzer. I am the Clydesdale. She is Cheryl Nasso. She's my nutrition coach. Shout out to my sponsor, Extend. There it is, Extend. Got the new hydration packets in here. The strawberry lemonade is so delicious. Love it because it's not as salty as one of the brands and not as sweet as one of the other brands. But you can taste the salt, but it's not so salty.
What's the Too Sweet brand?
It's Who You're With.
Is it Too Sweet, their hydration packs? I
think so. Yeah, in my opinion.
Okay. It's funny. I just gave away the other brand that you mentioned, the too salty one. And I told them specifically that I was not giving away the sample pack because there's flavors in there that they taste disgusting. And I'm like, I'll give you the ones that I like. But I agree. Extend, guys. He's absolutely right. If I was going to give a person a product that was not, I pretty much am a legionnaire from first form, but Extend. I don't mind saying brand names. Sorry, I don't call people out. But Extend definitely. Before I got with first form, I always recommended their hydration, their aminos. It's good products. If I was going to. The main reason I went to first form was because I wanted a one-stop shop with high quality products. And I was going to like Extend for aminos and Garden of Life for vitamins and, Dymatize for whey protein. And it just made it easier for me. So sorry to get off on the tangent there, but that's just because it's been
No. Vindicate said that I've been salty lately. So
because
of the hydration packet.
But the other brand that you're talking about is very salty. The first time I had it, it was
yes.
like, woo! That's quite a salty flavor. So just gotta go a lot.
I think he's talking more about my new show where I just riff on stuff.
I like that. I like the Scott Riff show. I do. It's good shit, man. I'm gonna be honest. So
I just finished my research on the new one today.
Yeah.
So I just got to put it together and it'll be out before the weekend.
I love it. It's very raw, very real. And this is actually very raw and real, guys, because I'm going to be honest. I saw those chats. I'm like, oh, shit, we better go live. I was running a few minutes late. And I appreciate you guys bearing with us. So we are here for Scott's check-in this week, which is actually kind of like a double check-in. Last week into this week is kind of what we're rolling through.
Yeah, because I actually called it 18.5 because we're like midway through week 19 and it's going to be the holidays this weekend. So we're probably not going to do a show this weekend, and then we'll get back at it sometime next week.
I don't mind doing it one day during the week next week. If y'all want to come on at a nighttime and Scott doesn't have a crazy schedule, I think around this time would be fine for me on either, Tuesday or Wednesday. So we can kind of schedule it. I'll let the chat people and you decide. All right. So let's chat a little bit about last week before we go into this week, because this week you've had a rough week ahead. So you had when did your family get into town for the holidays?
Thursday.
Okay, so your holidays were pretty much last week from, call it what?
Thursday to Monday.
Yeah, cool. So how do you feel about you took a break from tracking, which I'm going to be honest, I'm fine with 100%. What was kind of the deciding factor on that for you?
It was not a conscious decision. It was just things are going crazy. I'm not sleeping in the same bed I normally am because people are in town. And so, we had extra dogs, extra people. It was just craziness.
Yeah, agreed. And there's two things about this is number one is we're in the holiday season and we are I called this week the busiest week of the holiday season because it really is, because most people are trying to finish work stuff. They're trying to take care of family stuff. That kind of started last week for you. This is the week where, honestly, the focus should not be on, oh my God, am I tracking every little morsel? Is the scale still going down? And it should be like, you know what? Like, this is life. life happens. And it's just knowing that like the tool is still there. We're just not using it right now. And because I know you're so in tune with your body and you're so routine with your foods, I think you probably were pretty decent with your nutrition. How do you feel like you did without tracking?
I think I did awesome. The day Saturday was the big meal day. The food was too much for me. Like I had little bits of everything. None of it was what I would call healthy. Um, but I had my mac and cheese. I had ham. I had um, walking taco casserole. Like, but it was just like little spoonfuls of each thing, and then I
Mhm.
was good. And then I wanted an apple, or I wanted some carrots, or like that stuff I started to crave.
I love that. And here's and also things when I made a post about this. What the fuck? Excuse my language. What the fuck is healthy eating? Okay, you ask a paleo person, don't eat grains and dairy. You ask a carnivore, don't eat vegetables. You ask a vegan, don't eat meat. Okay, what healthy eating is exactly what you just did. Healthy eating is knowing that like the majority of your life, you're pretty much protein, carbs, and fat are dialed in. You're eating vegetables at every meal. You're dialed in with your nutrition, and then every once in a while, you're eating just for the pleasure of eating, with no guilt, not having to think, "Oh my gosh, this is the last supper, so I'm going to have as much of it as I can, and then get back on the diet on Monday." Like that's what this is. This is you becoming a person who is 100 pounds lighter and it's going to be 100 pounds lighter next year because this is the mindset of that person. So good shit.
And the good thing and the cool thing was it was my wife's birthday that last weekend too. So I had that mixed in. She was drinking wine and I was designated driver, so I didn't even have any alcohol. And I was cool.
I love it. I love it.
So,
So
and I do
yeah,
have to say, Elise, the walking taco casserole was the hit of the day.
I don't even know what that is, but interesting. So stress eating,
So, do you
y'all.
know what a walking taco is?
No, it sounds like a taco with.
So, it's like a kid's thing where you crunch up a bag of Fritos and you put all the taco fixings on top of it, and then you scoop it out with a spoon.
Mm,
This is take it out of the bag and make it in a casserole dish.
yeah, that's
That's
awesome.
it.
I love it. That sounds amazing. I love tacos. I'm just reading some of these comments right now. Not eating enough right now. I can feel it too. Yeah, Bruce, I feel your pain, man. You better get that food. This is the time of year for that. All right. So right now, let's go into this week because this week you are, well, your family left what day? Sunday? Monday?
Monday.
Okay. And then it took you 2 days really to get yourself back into the tracking app, which is today, um, which is fine. Like I said, it's all about,
Well, other things happen Monday
yeah, we're going to talk
that
about that.
we're probably going to get into.
Yeah. It's all about intent. Is if the intent is a check-in with me, this is what I'm gonna be honest. If I get a check-in from somebody like, I'm frustrated, the scale's not moving, this isn't changing, and I'm like, well, you haven't tracked a thing for the last week. How do you expect me to help you? You're not expecting that. Your intent was it was the holidays. I needed to take a break. And then we're gonna go into what happened on Monday. So fill us in on that.
So I was coming downstairs to do my Scott riffs. I had my laptop, my earbuds, all my stuff in my hand, and laundry in the other hand. Uh, Turned the corner of the landing of my steps, slipped and fell down the remainder of the steps. Uh, Tried to catch myself, uh, jarred my knee, leg up into my back. Um, Good news, it's on the good side of my back, not the bad side. And it's all feeling much better today than it was yesterday.
Jeez. I just like when I read that in that text message, it's so funny because I know I don't speak about God a lot, but I think God works in very interesting ways. And I think I texted you that day just like randomly, had nothing to do with food or anything, just like, wonder how Scott's doing. I wonder how your wife's birthday was. And then you tell me that. I'm like, oh my God, like what the heck, you know? So I am happy that you're okay. No broken bones. Okay.
No broken bones.
But have not back, you probably haven't been to the gym this week.
I have not.
Yeah.
And another thing happened where my daughter left on Monday with our car keys. Well, I do not have keys to get to the gym.
Oh my
So it
god.
was going to be a garage week anyway. And what I did is I found these brute strength sandbag workouts,
Yeah.
something that I could keep tight to the body and go like slower and still do some stuff. And and some of it is like midline where you're staying a plank, pull the sandbag back and forth underneath you, did some stuff like that, and then rode the bike for like a good 30 minutes because I
Okay.
wanted to make sure I moved and got blood flowing.
Yeah. I mean, and dude, that's the power of doing what you can. I mean, I'm happy that you're okay. I'm also very happy that you stayed moving. And when it comes to those types of things, is for all of you guys out there, whenever we have setbacks, it's so important to try and maintain consistency with your routine and your habits. Even if you can't go to the gym, doing something is going to get you some, it's going to keep you in that routine. Because the hardest thing about whenever you have a setback, especially with the gym, is the motivation to step back in day one back in. So if you don't ever lose that cadence and you're just keeping that routine, you're in a good place. And you don't fill it with other shit, which is what people normally do. And they're like, I don't have time for this anymore. Well, you had time 2 months ago. Now you don't because you've filled it up with other things. So I love that. So this week, just kind of looking at things, your weight, just to kind of give you guys an idea. Your last weigh-in was on the 10th at 318.8.
No,
And
no, no.
no,
Today.
let me finish. Let me finish.
Okay. Okay.
Let me finish. See,
All
simmer
right.
down, hot roast. All right. So 15.8 on Saturday the 10th, and took about 3 days of last week tracked, well, 2 days tracking, and then kind of fell off. And then weighed in again today at 318.2. So through a week of chaos of crazy friends and family in town, a week of not tracking, eating what you would like to call quote unquote unhealthy foods, you are still down in weight.
Yep.
Not a lot, but you're still down.
Yeah. 0.6 of a pound down is way better than up.
I love it. So, and this is what has you guys have to realize is that when you develop the foundation, the habits, okay, confidence, okay, that's what you need. Scott, you are not unlike any other person out there that struggled at some point to realize you had to get your shit together and put work down. How different are your holidays now than they were 3 or 4 years ago? Nutritionally.
Completely different. Oh, yeah. Completely different.
Yeah, completely
Yes.
different. Yeah, completely different, right? And I'm sure that you probably have been like many people and come January 1st decided, you know what? I got to get my shit together. Have you done that before?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. You don't have
700.
that. Not this time. Nope. Not at all. So I'm freaking proud. So what's the plan this weekend with the actual Christmas holiday?
So we are bracing for the winter storm. The Snowmageddon 22 that is supposed to come in tomorrow night. If we can get on the roads, I'm going to my mom's house. If I don't go, she will be alone on Christmas. So I am just going to hang out with my mom, and we are not doing any holiday food. We have already decided we're doing steak, baked potato, and salads. And so that's easy to fit into tracking.
Mm-hmm.
And we're just going to hang out, probably play games, and just be mom and son for a day.
I love it. I love that. That's going to be so awesome. So please drive safe. That's the main thing. So I mean, I don't have any nutrition to review this week, so I don't have to go over anything really with that. I think that this week, with that stuff, we're good. I'm sure that your sleep has probably been off. I'm sure all the feedback that I'd be asking you about right now has probably been slightly off because of, the family and obviously your injury now. So the most important thing is keeping yourself, safe this week with the travel and enjoying your mom. So,
and then the following week,
birthday
is birthday.
Okay, so are we telling them what you're thinking about doing or no? We saving that.
Which part?
The part where you might go live, maybe.
With the chicken wing challenge?
Yeah.
Yeah, I've announced it on a show.
Okay. So guys, he's going to go live on the chicken wing challenge. You want to talk about it here?
Sure. It's if you've not seen Hot Ones, It's a show where they interview people and they start at the most mild chicken wing sauce and go to the most hot. And people ask questions through that. What I'm going to do is go live, let you guys ask me questions, let my co-hosts ask me questions, whoever wants to do that. And then we are going to go through 1 through 10, see what it's like.
I love it. I just have to
And you get to see the reaction.
Yeah. I can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. It's going to be great. It's going to be awesome. It's like watching the old hot dog challenges, like the Nathan's hot dog challenges. I used to watch those with my grandfather all the time. He like loved that stuff. He like knew all their names and everything like that. Anyways.
Yeah.
I just
And the other thing I'm doing is I'm making my birthday week all my favorite guests.
Ooh.
And I've already lined up. Some of them are already posted out there. I've talked to them and they've agreed to come on for my birthday week. And it starts with Ariel Lowen on my birthday.
Oh, I love it. I love it. Your birthday's on a Sunday, right? Yeah.
It is.
That's cool. Awesome. Any football that day? No, right? Yes, no, yes.
There is, yeah.
Any your team playing or no?
Yep.
Yeah, good.
NFL that day.
Yeah. All right. I'm looking at some of these comments and I just have to tell you, it's funny what Bruce is saying because he lives in Florida now that I know this, is it's going to be cold this weekend and you're sitting here talking about on a storm. I'm like freaking out that it's going to be like 35 degrees on Saturday. I'm like, oh my God, that's the worst. I hate working out when it's cold out because it's like, it's miserable. We don't have, at least when it's cold up there, you guys have heaters in the gyms. We don't down here. We don't have heat.
We do.
Well, when I lived in New England, we did. Maybe we were just bougie.
Yeah, we do. They just never turn them on.
We only turned it on when it was like a certain degrees. Like it had to be so cold that like the pipes are going to freeze and then he would turn it on. But I hate it when it's cold. I don't want to do anything when it's cold out. And Bruce is right. It's going to be freezing this weekend.
Cheryl just kicked herself off, but that's okay. I'll just wait for her. But to answer a couple questions, yes, my Waza flights are figured out. My Waza apartment is figured out. So I will be at Wadapalooza. I got them all for, yes, we can hear you.
Sorry.
I was answering some of the questions. I got my Waza flights and apartment figured out, rebooked for the right week. I was going to show up a week after Wadapalooza, which probably wouldn't have been a good thing. Would have been easy to get into the park, I guess. And feels like minus 30 here in Indiana. Yep, that's what we're getting here too, Elise. I didn't know you were right next door in Indiana. So
I'm looking at the fact that Bruce is going to be in Port St. Lucie. That's where I live. That's my neck of the woods. What are you doing in Port St. Lucie? I'm looking at some of the other comments. This is awesome. South Dakota, Ford isn't coming.
And Travis, you didn't get the email invite to be on the show. I'm sorry, man. Must have got lost in cyberspace.
Vindicate. I reached out. Is that his name, Travis? I reached out to him to help me with shirts. I want to get some shirts made, and I don't know who to ask. So I'm going to ask him. So I have to kind of get that. But I'm looking at some of this. Yeah, I'm super stoked. So it's going to be freezing this weekend. Merry Christmas, guys. Also, anybody in the chat that wants information, I am going to be starting another challenge, as we're talking about challenges, but not a challenge for like how much weight can we lose in January. It's called, I call AMRAP macros, because I know a lot of y'all are CrossFitters out there. And we give you guys some coaching for a month for free. And we go over some things that we do with Scott, and we give you some education for 4 weeks. So we have weekly calls. And anybody is welcome to do it. It's free. I haven't actually put the sign up out there yet. So this is kind of the first time I've actually even talked about it. So, but do want to invite anybody out there that wants to jump on in that. I'm going to be starting it in January. So Scott should probably do it too, but he's already a pro. He should actually probably lead the group calls. So I should probably put you on the spot.
Yeah, because I have nothing on my plate right now.
No, not at all. So, all right, that's what I got tonight. So I'm looking forward to next week. Like I said, we can kind of make it sometime after Christmas, Tuesday, Wednesday, and we'll see you all then.
Awesome. Well, guys, thank you so much for jumping in. If you like what you heard, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and share with your friends all this great information. And we'll see you all in the challenge in January. Can't wait for that. Catch you next time on the Clydesdale Media Weight Loss Journey.
Bye.